Hello children, today we discuss about human eye, the structure and function of human eye. The eye is one of the most important and sensitive sense organ. So let's start with the front portion of the eye. What's visible to us when we look someone's eye? See, this white portion of the eye is called sclera. The circular part in the center has a transparent layer on it. It is called cornea. Children, this is the front view. If you see the side view of human eye, then see, this is cornea. Cornea forms a transparent bulge on the front surface of the eyeball, and light enters the eye through the cornea. Because it is transparent, so light easily passes through it. It covers the front of the eye. It protects the eye against infections. Now see the colored portion of the eye. This is known iris. It is the iris that gives an eye its color. Now you see the tiny hole present in the middle of iris. It is pupil. It allows light to enter the eye. Now why different people have different colored eyes? Due to iris. Color of iris depends on amount of melanin present in it. Iris is just behind the cornea. Now let's understand the function. The main function of iris is control the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of pupil. Your iris adjusts the size of pupil. If you are in a bright sunlight, or suppose a bright light come to your eyes, in that case the iris decreases the size of pupil so that less amount of light rays enter in your eyes. On the other hand, if you are in a dark place like in a movie theater, in this case your iris increases the size of pupil so that more light enters in your eyes and you can see all the objects clearly. So always remember, pupil allows the light to enter the eye and iris control the amount of light entering the eye because iris increase or decrease the size of the pupil. Now you see the side view of the eye. If you look at properly this diagram, this is a spherical shape. That's why it is called eyeball. Now just behind the pupil, there is a lens. The lens forms a real inverted image of the object on the retina. Retina. It is a lining just behind the eyeball. It acts as a screen for image formation. It has light sensitive cells. These cells get activated when light falls on them. There are two kinds of light sensitive cells on the retina, rods and cones. Cells which are sensitive to the intensity of light are called rods, and cells which are sensitive to the colors of the light are called cones. They generate electrical impulses which are sent to the brain via the optic nerve, and then brain understand the image. Optic nerve. Optic nerve is a bundle of nerves beginning from the brain and entering the eyeball from behind. It carries visual messages to the brain from retina. Look at properly. This muscle is known as ciliary muscles. It is a ring of muscles which holds the lens in position. Also control the focal length of the eye lens by contracting and expanding. Blind point. It is a portion on the retina where the optic nerve enters the eyeball. It does not have rods and cones and is insensitive to light. Images forming on this spot are not visible. So this point is called blind spot. Now we understand the image formation in the eye. Light from an object enters the eye through the pupil. The pupil focuses the light on the lens which forms a real inverted image of the object on the retina. The cells in the retina send the message to the brain via the optic nerve, and the brain flips the image back to its original form and helps us to sense the actual object. Now the next topic is persistence of vision. Children, even after the object is removed in front of our eye, its image is retained on the retina for about 1/16th of a second. This is called persistence of vision. It means persistence of vision is the ability of an eye to continue to see an image for a very short period of time even after the object is removed. Power of accommodation. It is easy for a person with normal eyesight to see both objects, means object is nearby or far off objects clearly. This happens because of the action of the ciliary muscles on the lens. When the eye is focusing on far off objects, the ciliary muscles relax and the thickness of the lens reduces. This helps us to see far off objects clearly. On the other hand, when we look at an object close to us, the ciliary muscles contract, making the lens thicker by reducing its focal length. This increases the converging power of the lens and we can see the objects clearly. So we come to the point, the ability of the eye to alter the focal length of its lens so that it can clearly see all the objects within a certain range is called accommodation.